Our Earth faces many challenges. We are at a crossroads. 3 issues stand out: climate change, rare earth export controls, and fast fashion. These problems are interconnected. They impact our environment. They affect our economies. They shape our societies. We must understand these issues. We need to find solutions. The future of our planet depends on it. The way we live is putting a strain on the planet. Climate change is causing extreme weather. Rare earth export controls are disrupting technology. Fast fashion is creating mountains of waste. These issues seem separate, but they are all connected. They show how much we demand from our planet. We need to change our ways. We need to find a more sustainable path. The first step is understanding the problems. Climate change is about more than hot summers. It threatens our very existence. Rare earth export controls are about more than gadgets. They impact global power dynamics. Fast fashion is about more than cheap clothes. It exploits workers and pollutes our world. These issues are complex, but we cannot afford to ignore them. This is a defining moment for humanity. We can continue down a path of destruction, or we can choose a different way. We can choose to protect our planet. We can choose to build a better future. The choice is ours. Climate change is real. The science is clear. Our planet is warming at an alarming rate. This is causing a cascade of problems. Global temperatures are rising. Extreme weather events are becoming more frequent. Vulnerable communities are bearing the brunt of the impact. The consequences of inaction are dire. Rising sea levels threaten coastal cities. Droughts and floods disrupt food production. Heat waves endanger human health. The longer we wait, the worse it will get. We need to act now. There are solutions. We can transition to renewable energy sources. We can invest in sustainable infrastructure. We can adopt more environmentally friendly practices. But we need to act collectively and decisively. The Paris Agreement was a step in the right direction, but it is not enough. We need stronger commitments. We need bolder action. The future of our planet depends on it. Rare earth elements are essential. They are used in everything from smartphones to wind turbines. But the supply chain for these minerals is vulnerable. China controls a significant portion of global production. This gives them immense geopolitical leverage. Recent export controls have sent shockwaves through the global economy. Tech companies are scrambling to secure supplies. Prices for rare earth elements have skyrocketed. This is a wake-up call. We cannot be reliant on a single country for such critical resources. There are alternatives. We can diversify our supply chains. We can invest in recycling technologies. We can reduce our reliance on rare earth elements altogether. But this requires international cooperation and innovation. The current situation is a symptom of a larger problem. We live in a world of finite resources. We need to find ways to share them more equitably and sustainably. Fast fashion is a global industry. It churns out trendy clothes at breakneck speed, but this comes at a cost. The environmental and social impacts of fast fashion are staggering. Water pollution, carbon emissions, and labor exploitation are rampant. The industry relies on cheap labor. Workers in developing countries often face unsafe working conditions and low wages. They are trapped in a cycle of poverty. Fast fashion is not just a fashion problem, it is a human rights issue. Consumers have a role to play. We can choose to buy less. We can support ethical and sustainable brands. We can demand better from the fashion industry. There are signs of change. Some brands are adopting more sustainable practices. Consumers are becoming more aware of the true cost of their clothes. But we need to do more. We need to rethink our relationship with fashion. Thanks for watching.